Okay, so here we go. We are streaming again. There was something wrong with the echo for the earlier video. I hope this time there will not be any echo. And let me just check once if I'm even audible. Okay, so here we go. We are streaming again. Okay, so now I know what went wrong. The problem is the audio was getting captured from two devices, from this microphone and the system device or the system microphone. Okay, so let's talk about it. Now let me just repeat whatever I said because some people will be watching this after this live stream. See, the thing is, on the internet, we have one big issue, and that issue is a trust issue, right? Now, let me just go with the other thing, which is elections. Now, in elections, we have a simple problem. Of course, we go to the polling booth and then we vote, and if the party which you like wins, of course you like it. You know, you enjoy. But then, what if the party which you hate, and if they wins, of course there is a question, right? If the machines are proper or the machines are malfunctioning. In fact, each party, the parties fight with each other by pointing this out, that the machines were malfunctioning. And to solve this problem, of course, it's a trust issue, right? We blame EVM machines, we blame the technology overall. Now, how do you solve that problem? So, of course, the problem is of the trust, right? If you can solve the issue of trust, of course, you can solve a lot of different stuff. Now, in 2024, the Election Commission is actually working with IIT Madras to build a project using which you will be doing vote on blockchain. Okay, now this is interesting. Okay, now see, I heard about this from last year itself, that the election commissions are working on it. They will be building an application. They will be building something where the voting will be done on blockchain. Now this is interesting, right? So people who are into blockchain, it's a very great news for them. But here's the thing. Let's understand this. So when you say the voting will be done online, the voting will be done using blockchain, what exactly it means? See, now what you're imagining here is you will be sitting at your home. That will be great, right? So you are at your home. You don't have to go to the polling booth. You don't have to stand in a queue and then you vote. Of course, that's a responsibility. We do that every year, right? We do that for all the elections. You go there, you vote, and that's so it's a great power, right? And with great power comes great responsibility, that you have to go there and you have to vote, right? Now, so of course we are living in a world of convenience, right? We don't go to restaurants, we order food online. We don't go to the shop, we order from Amazon or any of the website. The same way, when you want to vote, you can just take out your phone and you can vote for a party from your phone on the same day, of course. So let's say today is the election, and then you will be using your phone to implement that, and you have to click, you have to vote from your mobile phone. That will be amazing, right? So even before talking about the good thing and a bad thing about these things, let's see, is it really possible? Now the thing is, they are implementing it. So the Election Commission and IIT Madras, they are working together to build this project. And of course, they will be needing external help. They will be taking this help, and they are saying that the project will be implemented in 2024. Now, apart from this project, where as a normal citizen, you will be using this app. Other than that, blockchains are getting used in different sectors, private sectors, public sectors. In private sectors, especially banks, most of the banks nowadays are using blockchain to store data. Now, if you're not sure about what is blockchain here, is imagine a database. Okay, so blockchain is a type of database. The only amazing thing here is it is not centralized and it's immutable. Now there are different properties or the way you can explain blockchain, but I love this too. The first one is it's immutable. The normal database which you have is, of course, you can store data. You can store the data. Example, you can imagine Oracle or SQL Server or whatever database you love. When you store data, by using a simple query, of course, the data is getting stored in a table format. So using a simple query, you can change it, right? And again, we have a trust issue there, right? If you have a database and if anyone can change it, how can you build a trust? you need to have a data which is stored somewhere and no one should be able to change it. Blockchain does provide you that. Of course, we are not here to talk about debating on is it really possible? Can you have a system which is immutable? See, there is a way you can change data in a blockchain. Okay, there is different consensus algorithm provide different solutions to it. Example, Bitcoin, Ethereum 1.0 was using proof of work where multiple miners. Okay, so let's say in this world we have thousands of people, or let's say millions of people are using this system, Bitcoin system or Ethereum system. We'll be having some machines in between. Just to simplify it, let's say we have some machines or some people sitting there to process the data, to verify the transactions. Those are called as miners, and the concept is called proof of work. What if you have 51% of those people are malicious? In this case, you can hack a blockchain, you can attack a blockchain. So yes, there are some drawbacks to it, but it can be solved if you have multiple users. It's difficult to get 51% people are and making them and coming together to do a malicious act here. The second one, so one thing about blockchain is it is immutable. The second one, it is decentralized. You're not storing your data in one server, right? It is in multiple places. So let's say if there are 3 banks and they want to do some transactions, they will be in one network, and all this data will be stored between them, right? Now blockchain is amazing. So private sectors are using it, even public sectors are using it. Election Commission, in fact, different states, even Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, they are using blockchain for their public projects, okay, the public sector projects. So that's great, right? So it is getting used. Now, can we use this in elections? Now, that's a question. See, whenever government or anyone proposes a new project, there is always a question, right? Will it be really implemented? Example, bullet trains, I'm not sure. Metros in Mumbai, it's going on from a long time. You know, every time you have a road which is working, they just dig it up and they say, hey, this is for metro now. Okay, jokes apart, but it's difficult to trust government to have a new technology, or is it really possible? Now, the best thing is, India is not the first country to implement it. There are other countries who have already done that. In US, in some states, in fact, 1 or 2 states, they have actually implemented blockchain for the voting, literally from mobile phone. Second, blockchain has been used for the football club as well. I'm not sure which championship, but they have used blockchain for tickets. And so basically, they are like Japan, South Korea, they all are using blockchain for, in fact, some are already implemented it and some are working to use that. In fact, there's a software called VOTZ, if I'm not wrong. I forgot this, how do you pronounce it? It's VOATZ. It's a blockchain-based election application on mobile phone. You can vote it from mobile phone. Of course, you need permissions from your country. You need permissions from a lot of authorities to actually make it work. So India is not the first country to do that, okay? It's already there. But the good thing is we are trying to implement it. But why do we need it? Why do we need a blockchain-based application, and why we are making people so lazy that they have to sit at their home and do it? Now, first of all, in India, the way it is working, it is not that you will be sitting at your home and doing it. You have to go somewhere. Okay, of course. The problem is, even if you have a secure blockchain application on this phone, the app is secure, the phone is secure, the channel is secure, but what's the guarantee that actually I am voting? Of course, you can say, hey, you have to verify your fingerprint, you have to verify your face. It is possible that I may be influenced. I'm not sure if you know about this. There are a lot of elections which takes place. In most of these regions, the voters, they get influenced by maybe by taking money or by terror. So you know so these goons of the parties, they make sure that you vote for their party. So maybe if I'm sitting at home and if I'm doing I'm voting, there might be a chance that I'm under influence. So the best thing is you have to. So what they are doing now is there will be multiple polling station where you can go and you can vote. So there are pre-designated spots where you can go and you can vote. That's the old way, right? You are still going somewhere and when you are putting your vote. Now, why they are doing it is because, so let's say there's an election in Mumbai or Maharashtra. If I'm staying somewhere else, let's say I'm in Delhi or I'm in Kerala or I'm in Dubai or in US. Now, at this point, if I have to vote for the Maharashtra elections, I have to fly to Maharashtra if you are in different countries, or you have to travel to Maharashtra to vote, especially your place where you stay, right? Your permanent address. A lot of people do that, and most of the people don't do it because why to travel? And they are losing one vote there. So in this case, if you are using a blockchain-based application, so let's say if you are in Delhi and there is a Maharashtra election going on, so in Delhi itself, the government will have a pre-designated spot for all the voters. So they can just come there, they can show their iCards, and they can give a vote on that system. Now, why it is not corruptible is because it is implemented with the help of blockchain. And now this time, you can actually verify the votes with the ID, with every vote, which will be a token. So one vote will be one token, and you can easily verify. And that's the part of blockchain, right? It works on tokens. Not all the blockchain technologies. Some of them uses Ethereum, some of them are using Hyperledger Fabric. So different softwares, different blockchain applications are based on different base, Ethereum, Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, Ethereum or Hyperledger Fabric, and there are many more. So basically, you have to be physically present somewhere, the pre-designated spot, not from a mobile phone. But that's a great step actually. You don't have to travel to your home place or hometown to vote for the elections. Now, I think it will be implemented because we are still verifying who are the people who will be voting, and your KYC will be there. So yeah, so I think it will be coming soon, and it will be in 2024. We will be voting from blockchain, but not from mobile phone. Okay, that's what I wanted to confirm. So that's a great thing. Now, in fact, after the article, so recently someone shared this article with me, and then I thought, hey, let's make a video. It makes sense, right? But there's one more thing here. There are a lot of parties, there are a lot of people who are against the blockchain-based voting because maybe they don't understand the technology, or they just don't want something new to be happening because some humans, or this is a human tendency, we don't like change. We just want to continue the way it is. And some people want to go backwards. They want to go for paper ballot type of voting. What do you think? What should we do? So let me just pick up some questions and let me just see your take on this. So I'm looking at I just want to check once if everything is proper. I have been talking from a long time. So this was just a short live. So let me just pick up some questions. So hit like everyone if you enjoyed this session. Not sure if you're actually watching this. Once if everything is proper. I have been talking from a long time. So this okay. This looks good. So hit like everyone if you enjoyed this type of thing. I wanted to go live every day with something new. Maybe I will try that next time. But so today I just want to talk about this. Do I have to link my Aadhaar card to this voting system? If they implement, yes. Aadhaar is the one thing which provides your KYC, right? So your name, your identity, your photo, your biometric information, your address, everything is there in one Aadhaar, right? So you need to do that. In fact, they will be merging. They are already doing that PAN card and Aadhaar thing. In future, election card, voter's card, and your Aadhaar card will be mapped. Ultimately, I think soon you'll be having only one card which will give all the information for tax, for identity, for everything. How to start with blockchain? You mean learning or implementing? So if you want to learn, I have few videos you can start with that. Why is blockchain immutable? The thing is, see, the word blockchain simply says there is a block and all these blocks are chained, and what will be in one block? Transactions. Example, let's say if I voted for a party, or let's say if I have an asset. So let's say this phone, I own this phone. Okay, so this is an asset, and this asset will have a particular ID or the number. So this number will be stored with my name in a block. Okay, now this block will be chained. So like the way we have this information in one block, we will be having multiple blocks, and all this block will be chained with the help of a concept of hash. And this data will be stored not just on one machine, on multiple machines, let's say 10 machines. Now the information that I own, Naveen Reddy owns this phone, this asset is stored on a block. If someone is trying to change it, let's say you are trying to hack it and you say, hey, this phone belongs to me, or let's say your name is what? The question just went up. Let's say your name is Rahul, and if you say, hey, Rahul owns this asset. Now in this case, if you try to change that on your machine by saying, hey, this phone belongs to Rahul, all the other nodes, all the other people in this network will know, hey, something is fishy. Someone just changed the information on that machine. So they will verify if the information is correct, if it's actually the correct transaction. If it is yes, then no issue. Of course, everyone will update that this asset belongs to Rahul. Maybe I sold this asset to Rahul for, let's say, 1,000 rupees. Now in this case, there's a transaction that this phone got transferred to Rahul. But what if there's no transaction? What if Rahul is a malicious node here who is trying to change data? What we will do, the entire network, we will kick Rahul out of the network. So that means no one is able to change this data. Now you will say, hey, what if there's a transaction? What if Naveen is actually selling this phone to Rahul? In this case, data is getting changed, right? Now this asset belongs to Rahul. That's right. But you are not changing the existing data. You are creating a new data. So basically, you just created a new record. The old record that this phone initially belonged to Naveen is still there, right? And that's why we say it's immutable. Language for blockchain, see, there are different type of frameworks available, technology available. Example, if you are going for Ethereum, which is one of the pioneers in public blockchain, you have to use Solidity as a language. If you are using Hyperledger Fabric for private blockchains, then you can go for Golang. I guess there's also option of Java. If you are going for Corda, you can use Java, Kotlin. So a lot of options are there. Okay, question: is India ready for it for the blockchain? Yes. See, it's not about the entire country. Maybe they will start with small elections, maybe in a small level, and they will test it out. Okay, Prakash says, any news regarding ban on cryptocurrency by Indian government? I'm not sure what they will do, but even if they ban, so initially I heard they will be banning cryptocurrencies, and later they will say they will release some of the cryptocurrencies. I think, see, there are so many cryptocurrencies available in the market, right? Some of them are famous, example, Bitcoin or Ethereum or USDT or USDT, I guess. USDT. Then we have Litecoin. So all these are famous, but there are thousands of cryptocurrencies which are fake, and if you are doing transaction with that, of course, those something will be banned. I'm not sure if they will be banning Bitcoin. It's a huge drawback for a country. See, we are saying India will be next superpower, and then we are saying, hey, let's ban cryptocurrency. That's something I have to. So government should think about it. Okay. So last few questions, everyone. I just wanted to have a short live session. Let me just check if Everything is going good. Yeah, things are well. Last few questions. Please explain Dogecoin. The thing is, I wanted to make a video on Dogecoin. I'm not sure if I already have that, but if now I don't want to talk about it. There are so many videos available on Dogecoin, or maybe in future if I like it. I really want to try investing in Dogecoin. Maybe even 1 rupee or 10 rupees should be at least minimum. You have to invest 100 rupees. But let's see. It's another cryptocurrency. It's an altcoin. You can use it for transactions. Okay. Next question from Akash: Hyperledger Fabric versus Ethereum. So Ethereum is a public blockchain. On the other hand, Hyperledger Fabric is a private blockchain. Now, of course, I'll be making a lot of videos. There are so many things planned up. I was just waiting for my office to get renovated. I'll be starting making a lot of videos. I was doing some preparation and I'll be back. Okay, now first of all, what is public blockchain is anyone can use it. So let's say if you thought, hey, I want to get into the blockchain world, you just have to get the software and you will be connected to the Ethereum network and you can do transactions. But on the other hand, if you talk about industries, now industries are very specific to one thing, which is privacy. In public blockchain, anyone can see data, okay, it's open. Yeah, it is anonymous, but this is pseudo-anonymous. Example, let's say if I do a transaction with Rahul here, if I pay Rahul 1,000 rupees, on the public blockchain, there will be a transaction that Naveen has sent 1,000 rupees to Rahul. Okay, not exactly Naveen, it will be my address, the public address. Okay, that sounds good, right? So there will be address, not my name. So I'm anonymous, but not exactly anonymous because you can still track me because you still have my address, right? Public address. Now in the enterprise world, they don't want this. They want to have a transaction should not be seen by anyone else. Example, let's say if there are 3 companies want to do transactions, if A doing some transaction with B and B does some transaction with C, and if A does some transaction with C, they don't want other to see this transaction. Example, transaction between A and B should not be visible to C. Transaction between B and C should not be visible to A. So they want privacy, right? And that's why they are using. That's why they will be using private blockchain like Hyperledger Fabric or Corda. There are so many options. Okay, so that's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next live session. In fact, on 3rd April, we have a learnathon. We'll be talking about coding from scratch. Bye-bye, everyone. See you next live. I hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button and see you in next live.